Hello everyone. Okay, today's video is about me answering frequently asked questions from fellow YouTubers and subscribers. So let me start with the first question. So, I have dark skin. Is it okay for me to wear glitter eyeshadows? Of course, you can. I mean, it all depends on your preference, how far you would like to take the look in terms of the glitter application. There is no rule to say that dark skin can't wear glitter eyeshadows or matte eyeshadows or even shimmer eyeshadows. I think it all depends on how you wear it, how you carry the look confidently. So there is no, how should I say? There is no rule to say you can't wear glitter eyeshadows. Okay. Well, I have dark skin and I did do some looks with glitters for Christmas and also do check it out if you like to know how to apply and make glitter eyeshadows work for you. Next question. Have you ever used MAC foundation? If so, what's your shade? Yes, I have. Way before, many years ago, I started off using the MAC Studio Fix powder and I am in the shade NC45. That's basically because that was the only product from MAC that didn't break me out, and also it gave semi matte finish because I was living in a country which was very hot and humid, like in Singapore. So so I found that the MAC Studio Fix powder was the best, since it was also the fact that at that time I was working the army, so I wasn't really allowed to wear too much makeup. However, when I was going out and the foundation that seemed to work for me at that time was also the Studio Fix Fluid foundation, and I was in the shade NC45. I actually have I have to mix with NC45 and NC50, and now that I've moved to Sweden, I'm a NC44. So so it's like this three shades I play around with and I get my color. So however, I've stopped using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid because it just turns orange on me, and also I've noticed that it just turns too oily on my skin. So I found other alternative like the NARS Sheer Glow foundation in Cadiz. It's not that it's not shiny either with that foundation. I just like the application. Just gives a very nice flawless finish. And and also the Revlon Color Stay foundation, and I am in the shade Toast or Rich Ginger. I switch between these two foundation, and it gives me a very nice even coverage, medium coverage, evens out my hyperpigmentation and other imperfections on my skin. Okay, next question. Do you speak Tamil? Of course I speak Tamil. Tamil is my mother tongue. நான் நல்லாவே தமிழ் பேசுவேன். Okay, I know it sounds weird. It's been a long time since I spoke Tamil because I don't have Indian friends here in Sweden. Even if I do, they are actually Swedish, so they don't know Tamil. They speak Swedish. And I don't really speak Swedish because I've not learned. I did try, but it wasn't a language for me. So I mainly speak English now. But I do know how to speak Tamil, and I know a little bit of Mandarin, and I know a little bit of Malay. We call it the market Malay back in Singapore. Saya boleh cakap Melayu sikit-sikit. And then as for Mandarin, 我可以讲华语一点一点. I hope I didn't make a mess out of it. Yeah, so as for Swedish, well, I'm not going to embarrass myself, so no, I'm not going to speak Swedish. I'm really bad at it. Okay, next question. Will you ever have a video on sewing? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just that I've tried so many times to record videos or tutorials on my sewing, stuff that I make and all. It's just that I can't get the angle right and the lighting is bad, and also I'm a person who does things very quickly. I don't have the patience to, especially when I sew. I'm so totally engrossed in it that I forget that I'm recording. So I will try my best to record some sewing videos, but it's just that since this is a makeup channel, I really didn't want to get the sewing part involved in it. However, I don't know, I've not really made up my mind yet. I might open a second channel where it might involve DIY projects and sewing stuff, since that's also my passion other than makeup. So I don't know, I've not decided, but if I do, I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, next question. Is your nose real? No offense. Yes, my nose is real. This is how my real nose is. I mean, I've never done any cosmetic surgery on my body other than I had genuine medical issues. I had my appendix removed, and also I had some endometriosis problem, so I had to get that resolved. So I had 2 surgeries in my life. Other than that, no cosmetic surgeries. So, and I don't think so I would want to do it either, but maybe when I'm older, I don't know, if it's not too painful. Okay, next question. Do you think brown skin can carry coral or orange tones as lip color? Of course. In my honest opinion, even as a makeup artist, I think brown skin can carry many colors of, really. I mean, we have a color where we can really, brown skin can really carry many colors. I think for lighter skin, it's just a bit tricky, because for light skinned person, if you are going to use yellow eyeshadow, it just looks very sickly on them. But for someone of our skin tone, I think we can really carry off many different colors, pinks, corals, orange, you name it, we can do it. It's just the matter of how you apply it, how you pair it up, how you pair that particular lip color with the eye look that you're wearing, and also the blush. And also you have to be confident. Don't be so self-conscious when you're wearing a color that you're not used to. Usually, I've seen, or in fact my clients, I always try to push them further, and I always try to introduce a color that they are not comfortable with, because if you don't try, you will never know. And most of the time, the ladies that I deal with, they are not so confident in carrying off the color. So I give them many options and encourage them. So if you have friends, ask them their honest opinion when you have a colored lipstick that you're not very comfortable with, and if they say that, oh, it looks absolutely nice on you, keep that comment in mind and tell yourself that whenever you feel self-conscious that you're wearing a color you're not used to, usually that helps. And that's how I dealt with. And these days, to be very honest, I don't really stick with nude colors, and I am really exploring with many different bright colors and stuff. Yeah. Okay, next question. And I think this is going to be the last question. What camera are you using? The quality is amazing. Yes, I know. I really like this camera very much. However, I'm still playing around with the lighting, because I noticed that sometimes the camera color really washes my skin tone out. And yeah, I'm using Panasonic. Just give me a second. Let me just check the model number. Okay, I am using the Panasonic HTC SD60 high definition camera. Yeah, I think I think that's how it's called. So okay, my little advice to those aspiring YouTubers who wants to make good quality videos, I think the best is do your research. It took me almost 2 months to finally decide what camera I really wanted to get. And Since I went back to Singapore in January, that was the best time because they had the IT fair, yeah, where they sold how should I say, electronic stuff like cameras, computers, and all at discounted price. So I got mine at a very good price. It was Singapore $799, inclusive of many accessories like tripod, extra battery, SD card and stuff. So I really got a very good deal. And I think you really have to be patient. Don't buy anything on impulse, because usually that's just not going to work and you're going to regret it, especially when it comes to cameras, computers and stuff. So do your research. It's okay if you are someone who is not, in that game of getting the first new technology out there. It's okay, just do your review. You'd rather get something that you're totally comfortable with and there are several reviews out there, than to buy something absolutely new and you hate it. So that's what I did, and I found that it really paid off. My camera, I'm still playing around with the setting and also the lighting and all. I've also tried to change my background to a black one, because the previous background that I was using, it was just looking very dirty. It's white, but somehow with the lighting and all, it just looks very dirty and murky. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this black background. If not, I'm just going to try using different backgrounds and see if the lighting is good, because I'm not using natural sunlight to do to serve as my natural lighting for this camera. I'm just using a fluorescent tube, a daylight fluorescent tube, as my makeup lighting. So yeah, let me know how this black background works. And yeah, so this is pretty much my frequently asked questions. I have a lot more, it's just that I think I have addressed it many times in my other videos. So if you still have more questions, just leave it down in the comment box. I will compile them and probably do a video when I think that I have more than like 10 questions or something like that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.